there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So my daughter was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it.
The search for missing teenager Maddie Soto sadly turned into a homicide investigation. I take a look at everything we know about the case and when the man accused of taking her life is set to go on trial. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Maddie Soto's disappearance and what would end up being her murder has touched so many people. Maddie should still be here. She had just celebrated her 13th birthday in February with a party at her grandparents' home. The photos of her show a girl who appears to be happy, but we would later find out her life was filled with sadness. Kissimmee police would later reveal in investigative reports that Maddie was being sexually abused for years. Detectives would write that the abuse was taking place at the hands of a man that Maddie's mother, Jen Soto, was dating. His name, Stephan Sterns. The allegations are disturbing, and at this point, Stephan Sterns has pleaded not guilty to sexually abusing Maddie Soto and murdering her. Police said they found more than 1,700 images of Sterns molesting Maddie on a Google Drive connected to his cell phone. Much of the investigation into Maddie's disappearance was captured by body-worn cameras and police recorded audio of interviews. Let's take a look back at the case from the very beginning. Maddie's mom, Jen Soto, reported her missing on the evening of February 25th after she went to pick up Maddie from school, and she didn't come out.
Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So my daughter was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, one second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
Looking for another one.
Good.
Alright, so people are still on the scene, let's put that out in the possible location. How old?
13.
I'm trying to get there right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Alright.
So she was supposed to be dropped off at school, didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Okay.
and she never came out. They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here, because sometimes she'll walk here to this office. I came here, nothing. I went back to the school, they were closed. I got a notice, an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay. What's her name?
Madeline. Madeline.
Madeline. Last name?
Soto. Soto.
Soto.
Yeah.
Now, you saw Jen Soto there with Stephan Sterns in the background saying she got a notification from Maddie's school saying Maddie didn't show up. Soto said she reached out to Maddie's teacher, too. There have always been a lot of questions about what the school did or didn't do when Maddie didn't show up for school. The conversation between the deputy and Jen Soto continued.
What's the name of the single age?
Madeline Soto, age 13. I'm trying to get a clothing description now. What was she last seen wearing?
County color profile. People hit my call 931. It's the same call.
Green hoodie.
Green hoodie.
White Crocs.
White Crocs.
Either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts.
Yeah.
Black shorts? Okay. Black shorts. Alright. Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She does, but she doesn't know where they live.
She doesn't know where they live. Okay.
I asked all of them.
Okay.
An interesting note about that clip, Stephan Sterns knew what Maddie was wearing. Not a big surprise, since he would later tell law enforcement that he took Maddie to school that morning, but dropped her off at a church. Deputies tried to get more information about Maddie in these critical first moments of the missing persons investigation.
Is this like, does she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friend's house? Any places that like she likes to hang out?
Not typically, no.
No.
Not typically?
No.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if I get some.
Thank you.
No problem. And what school she goes to?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Hunters Creek Middle? Alright, cool. 125. Do you guys have... Do you have a picture of her? Can you airdrop it to me?
Yeah, I know. Let me see which picture. I don't know which picture.
Anything recently? Probably from a birthday party, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't there, so I have to look at.
Go ahead. That's what I'm about to grab right now. Yeah. Alright, cool, thank you.
Is this a good enough picture, or do you need a whole
Yeah,
body
that's perfect.
picture? Okay. How do I airdrop? I don't know how to do it.
I got you. Okay, where's the photo? Right there.
It's on WhatsApp.
That's fine. This is it?
I saved it to my photos, so you could go.
You saved it to your photos?
Yeah, we could just
Perfect.
go straight to the photos.
Okay, perfect. Give me a second.
Got it?
Yeah. I'm gonna send it out right now to my other guys.
Thank you very much.
The cases I cover each day here on Crime Fix show you just how scary the world can be. And one of the scariest things that can happen is if you ever get hurt. But I want you to know if you're ever seriously hurt or in an accident, your case could be worth millions. That's where our sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. The firm has more than 1,000 attorneys who will fight for what you deserve, and they have the track record to prove it. In the past few months, Morgan & Morgan has won some big verdicts, like $12 million in Florida, $26 million in Philly, and $6.8 million in New York. All of those were much higher than the highest insurance company offer. Seeing if you have a case can be done in 8 clicks or less, and you don't even have to leave your couch to start one. Also a great thing, you only pay Morgan & Morgan if you win. There are no upfront fees. So if you're ever hurt, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/crimefix. Now, you saw Stephan Sterns thank the deputy for his help trying to find Maddie. Prosecutors and police say that entire time, Sterns knew where Maddie was because he killed her and hid her body. But that night, Sterns went with deputies to the area where he said he dropped her off that morning.
Are they here?
It was along this stretch, I can't remember the exact spot, but it was around where these communities were. Oh, thank you. So it's like around where these communities were.
Okay.
And it's just like in this stretch, like we could see the overpass down there.
Where's the school?
Just on the other side of the overpass.
2105.
So somewhere around here.
So yeah, somewhere, maybe not this one, but the next one possibly. It's right in this stretch. When we just came down and we drove about halfway down, she was like, "That's good right here."
Okay.
On the second floor.
It was all hands on deck. Canines tried to find Maddie's scent.
Hold on, buddy. I gotta fix it. I'm gonna fix your lead. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I know. Whenever I open the door, he wants to jump out. Hello. Let me see. You're stinky. Hold on, dude. Oh, I gotta get the scent on the phone. Hold on, son. I'll sniff ya. So I'm gonna... No, you're not going in there. I'm gonna introduce it to him, but I'm gonna drop the bag on the floor if you wanna pick it up again.
Okay.
Just in case I have to reintroduce it to him.
Okay, I got you.
Sorry.
The day after those body-worn camera videos were taken, Sterns spoke with detectives at length. They locked him into a story about what happened that morning, what he did, and why.
Woke up around 7:15, somewhere around there, which is an early start for us, but we had talked about getting McDonald's breakfast beforehand, so we wanted to make good time. We did make good time. We got out the door maybe 7:30ish, 7:45ish, maybe. got over to that area. She was asleep in the car most of the time, just snoozing until we got there. We got to McDonald's. We're close to McDonald's. I said, "You still want it?" Wasn't interested in the McDonald's anymore, so we continued on.
Sterns then told detectives about dropping off Maddie and why he didn't take her directly to school.
She's got this phase that she's been into lately where she's very particular about what car she's seen getting out of in front of the school. She prefers her mom's car, but my cars are, I guess, kind of hoopties. I get it. It's an image thing. But that was sometime probably between 8:20 and 8:40-ish, somewhere in there. It was along this stretch of the road that on the right side that has all the communities on it. Before you get to the overpass. You could see the overpass from where it was. So it was on that side, on that stretch of road, and that's where I dropped her off. And she said she was going to go wait for her friends. She was going to go find them and hang out and wait for her friends. And I asked if that was going to be okay. She said, "Yeah, it's fine." Kids get dropped off early enough as it is, so it's not totally unusual for that to happen. It's just not usually that early that I drop her off. I do school runs every once in a while for her. I said, "Okay." Let her out. Have a good day. Love you. Thanks. Love you too. And I turned around and was driving away and was watching her in my rearview mirror to make sure that she was going where she was supposed to go. And she was moving in that direction, but she was rummaging around in her backpack or something. What I assumed was probably headphones or something like that, but I found out later that she forgot her phone here, so she may have been rummaging for her phone. But she was still kind of making her way towards that direction, so it looked okay. It looked like any other day. And I just continued on.
One thing that investigators always found odd in this case, Stephan Sterns said that he and Maddie, they just happened to leave their phones at the condo that morning when he claimed that he dropped her off at school. This is how he explained that.
Is it normal for her to not have her phone?
Unfortunately, she's severely ADHD, as am I and her mother. So it is not uncommon at all, and in fact, very, very usual thing for her to forget things. She'd forget her head if it wasn't screwed on. And we're forgetful about, writing her about that in the morning. We'll remind her, and then it will leave our mind, and she'll say okay, and then it will leave her mind.
And is she on medication for this stuff?
Normally, yes. She's been staying with her grandparents a lot this week while her mom was working. So she has not been getting her meds a whole lot.
Okay.
So she was really spacing.
Where's mom working at? What changed in her hours that she needs all this sleep?
She's training, so it's not a set schedule yet.
Okay.
Within days, Sterns was placed under arrest. He would later be charged with more than 60 sex crimes related to Maddie. The sheriff of Orange County said then that Sterns was the prime suspect in Maddie's disappearance.
It's our belief that she was killed in Kissimmee and that he moved her body.
Sheriff Mina said back when Sterns was first taken into custody that he believed Maddie was dead when Sterns left the apartment complex with her that morning.
Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time and that Stephan Sterns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day. We have video evidence that shows Stephan Sterns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26th. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster. At 8:19, we have evidence that shows Stephan Sterns returning to the complex and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time.
The arrest of Stephan Sterns came after this exchange with detectives where they confronted him about his cell phone, which he claims to have accidentally factory reset the day that Maddie disappeared.
And from what I understand, that you gave the deputies consent to look through your phone. You did, okay. And you voluntarily gave it to them so they could bring it here to do the extraction and stuff like that. Okay. What do you think was on the phone?
text messages, emails, phone stuff.
Pictures?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of pictures were on there?
Training card pictures, lightsaber pictures, Disney pictures.
Do you have a Google account?
Yeah.
Do you save pictures to your Google account?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Or is it automatically? I know sometimes phones sync to a cloud and...
Yeah, I think it backs up to Google.
Here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's your phone. And I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about. You're a very intelligent person. And I don't want you to discredit yourself by saying you don't know about all the pictures that are on your phone. You understand what I'm saying? So do you want to add to the list of pictures?
Should I be talking with a lawyer right now?
I can't answer that question. My sole purpose right now is to see if I can find, and I'm really hoping you can help me.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to help, but I feel like I should probably have a lawyer present at this point.
So you're wanting an attorney?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That can happen. I want to let you know you're not free to leave.
Okay.
You're being detained, okay? Do you want to know what you're being detained for?
Yeah.
Capital sexual battery and possession of child pornography. Okay. So we're going to step out. If you need anything, please tap on this door. Okay? And there's going to be detectives outside that will be able to assist you.
Okay.
Detectives had also confronted Jen Soto about allowing her daughter to sleep in the same bed with Stephan Sterns.
Sleepovers before. Yeah. Like, you want to watch movies and eat snacks? Can we do that? I'm like, no. We can all watch movies down here together. We can all sleep down here together. Up until June, together all the time. So we were always, she would sleep in the middle, I would sleep on this side, he would sleep on the other side. It wasn't until June that he got his own bedroom and I sent him upstairs. That's where the requests for sleepover started.
Okay.
And I kept telling her no. I'm not comfortable with that. But eventually at some point, like we really want to watch, I forgot what movie it was. They really wanted to watch something and I was really tired. And I said, okay, fine. Go ahead, but this can't happen often. But honestly, I think I can count on one hand how many times that's happened, and it hasn't been many times that I've allowed her to have a supper party with him, to be alone in a bed with him. I'm usually around all the time.
Detectives also pressed Jen Soto about their concern that she might be covering for Sterns or that she might know more than she was saying about her daughter's disappearance.
But outside of you reporting her missing, and I may be wrong, I haven't been involved in all aspects of it, but you have not shown me one bit that you prioritize her over him. And that sucks. Not because we're working our asses off for your family, not because we have people out there sweating their asses off for your family, but because I feel like all I care about is your care is to make sure Stephan doesn't get held accountable.
Well, I don't care anymore.
Anymore. Because I'm not being nice.
No.
But up until Thursday, it was okay that she gave him no big deal. deal. Get a lawyer.
No, it wasn't okay. I saw that and I was in shock. And I don't know why my first reaction was to tell him to get a lawyer, but I saw that and I was in shock and I was just like, I don't know what to believe.
It's easy to believe it now. We showed you pictures of it. You can't deny it anymore. The sex was okay. The murder's not. At least that makes sense.
No, that's okay.
I want to know what it is. And not because I think you're a bad parent, not because I think you're a bad person. Dead or alive, she's missing. Her body is out there, and her body needs to be recovered so she can have a proper burial, a proper funeral. She needs to be laid to rest. Your family needs to be able to mourn her, and we need that information. That is life. That is not life of the law. That's not life of the sheriff's office. That is common decency. That is what she deserves. That is what you deserve. That is what your family deserves.
Jen Soto has never been charged with a crime related to Maddie Soto's death or disappearance. I want to be very clear about that. And the state attorney's office has told me in statements in the past that the evidence shows that one person at this point is responsible for Maddie's death, and that person is Stephan Sterns. Shortly after that interview on March 1st, Maddie's body was found on a farm property thanks to a tip from someone who saw a person matching Sterns' description changing a flat tire the day that Maddie went missing. Sterns was charged with murdering Maddie more than a month later. So many disturbing details have emerged since Sterns' arrest. Documents revealed that Maddie was strangled, and that investigators say they have surveillance video showing Sterns moving Maddie's body from the front seat of his silver Lincoln to the trunk in a parking garage of a hotel that morning that she disappeared. Investigators found Maddie's backpack and one of her white Crocs in a trash compactor. Also, there are suspicions that Maddie may have been pregnant. There also has been discussion about Maddie texting about two sides of a coin. In documents, Maddie's name is redacted, but we know from other investigative documents that she and Stephan Sterns were texting about this coin and not her mom. Detectives wrote, on 12/16/2023 at 00:47 hours, Madeline sends a text message to Stephan that contained a photograph of two coins. The coins had the inscription of New Parent Decision Coin and appeared to be from Amazon.com. Madeline sends two follow-up texts to Stephan stating, we need this and get it for us, please. A search of Amazon for these coins revealed these coins are for new parents, where one can flip a coin to decide if it is the mother's or father's time to complete a task for a newborn. Due to the fact that this conversation was not near Father's Day or Mother's Day, leads one to believe Madeline and Stephan had possibly spoken about conceiving a child. If this indicates that Maddie was pregnant or thought she was pregnant or was thinking about becoming pregnant in the future, it's a major issue in this case. Maddie was a kid. She was 12 when she sent this text, and there has been speculation that she may have been pregnant since she had possibly missed her menstrual cycle that month. We still don't know if that's true. Those coins look like this on the Amazon website. Sterns' trial on those sex crimes charges is scheduled for February. His trial for Maddie's murder is scheduled to begin in September of 2025. He's been in jail since his arrest, and he has pleaded not guilty. That's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.